I mean, the one thing I was going to ask you guys is how many of you use the automated bidding versus, your
I do.
manual?
Not always, but a lot of times.
Like 90% of the time, 95% of the time.
I use it 100% of the time that it works better than manual.
Yeah.
If I had a
50%
choice,
of the
I prefer it because they could do more than humans can do most of the time, but not all the time.
You should just run Performance Max.
Yeah, Performance Max or Smart Campaign is what you want to be running, Dustin.
Yeah.
We actually are using Performance Max, but it's all e-commerce based. And in some cases, it's actually doing fairly well. But
yeah, there it can work. Yeah.
Michael, on the outlier, I do a lot of manual. We do probably 80% manual. We'll let Google take the wheel on a couple things with TCPA, max conversion. But 9 times out of 10, we prefer to do manual. We start everything manual.
We start everything manual.
And
we do too.
I'm real estate. So I do residential real estate. So we're doing all homes for sale, stuff like that.
So how much do you pay per lead on average for a real estate lead?
Well, Mark has that answer. It's funny. Right before you jumped on, Mark was talking to me about this. He had a company that told him what his numbers were. It is 100% dictated on like the amount of traffic, the search traffic, the market. So Scottsdale, I always use Scottsdale, Arizona, and we can use Charlotte as a good example. Scottsdale, Arizona, you can't find a house under $1 million. You can find a condo, but you can't find a house. So you have people in there that are willing to pay $2-3 a click. We usually get it at about $1.20 or $1.50 a click. In Charlotte, we could probably get away with getting like 75 cents a click. Now, lead cost, it's dictated by what that cost per click is looking at. Charlotte, we can get $12 leads. Scottsdale, you're probably looking at $20 leads.
$20 leads. That's not bad.
You can get a lot cheaper leads if we put shitty keyword terms in there too, like cheap foreclosure short sale. So, Mark, I can help you game those numbers to make the leads get a lot cheaper. It just won't be good quality. But yeah, so we always like to jump out in front and try to force our hand in doing all the right things with ad copy and landing pages. So when we go to Google and get to the auction, we say, well, we want to pay 65 cents. And I know your recommendation is $2. And then we do enhanced, obviously, enhanced CPC. And we'll usually get it under $1. If we need more traffic, we'll push on it a bit more.
So you're not coming up against the lending trees and the larger realty companies?
Oh, no, we compete with them all day long. Yeah. Okay. There's a lot of search volume in it. Depending on the markets, we're able to, like, I'll be very honest with our clients and say, if your budget's not big, I'm removing mobile because mobile is trash for search intent compared to desktop. Somebody sitting at their desk looking at houses, completely different lead quality, right? That's a high intent. So yeah, there's a lot of search volume. It's all dictated on where they want it and stuff. That's why Google really struggles AI side with real estate, is because they can't differentiate anything.
Okay. And then what about your, how many click to call, your call ad extensions do you get compared to like coming through to your website and converting?
Not enough. We're starting to see it more. That's where Google does I think Google limits our ability on click to call if we're not doing automated, right? So we've got some automated campaigns that the click to call is a lot, the phone calls are a lot more prominent. But we don't get a ton of volume. I also was slow to the game of doing call rail or call tracking metrics, and now I'll probably be a client of yours in the near future, because real estate agents don't answer their phone. And you would think, and phone rings, it's an $8,000 to $20,000 check on the other line, and they don't answer their phone. Crazy. Yeah, being able to track that with your stuff. And I'll tell you right now, your USP is you guys are a lead conversion tracking company. You're not a call tracking. Yeah. Call tracking is something that you might lead with, but what you have and your solutions compared to your competitors is amazing. I mean,
oh, awesome. That's what I want to hear. But it's been a harder journey than you'd expect to get to the to that point, because call tracking converts, but not many people are looking for this lead tracking.
Right.
But one thing I want to mention on automated bidding, and one thing a lot of our agencies really appreciate with us, is when we send conversions back to Google Ads, we spent a lot of time making sure that the conversions are legit. So even when you look at the leads table inside What Converts, we will tell you what leads have successfully been passed to Google. So if you're like, did this lead get received from Google? Like our platform will tell you that. You can also choose when to trigger when a conversion gets sent over.